What's good, everybody? Welcome to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective. Man, in my video, these clouds look serious. But honestly, I just think that that's because of this privacy screen on my phone, which I like the screen. I just don't like the way that it makes my selfie videos look. And I'm considering another one, but the strange thing is, it has an opening. You know what? See something, right? Oh, see, that's how it looks without this. Oh, stupid me. Well, I have two of these screens. Dang. What I was getting ready to say, flimsy screen. Yeah, I done broke the screen now. Like the screen, not the screen, but the tempered glass screen. I done broke it, but I realized the problem was that I just aligned the tempered glass to where it was slightly over the camera, which was making that dark spot. So now it's perfectly fine, but the screen is cracked. Oh God. Yeah, it's perfectly good now. I just had to move it like a little bit to the right. But I have a package of two of these. I hope that I can find the other one. But I mean, the screen is still on. So it's like the screen is protected for now. It's just that it doesn't look pretty anymore because I can see the cracks on the screen, on the tempered glass. But I'm not going to make the mistake of what I did last time and remove the tempered glass, because it's still protecting the phone regardless of the fact that it doesn't look nice right now. When I get home, I'm going to have to look, because I bought a package of two screen protectors, and this was one of the two. Anyways, so hi Edward and hi Cass. What happened was, yesterday it seemed like Vince was leaning towards putting up Rachel, right? And so many people were on my live yesterday like, Rachel's going up, Rachel's going up. Who do you think is going up? I think it's Rachel. I think it's Rachel. I think it's gonna be Rachel. And I said, we're talking about Vincent. We're talking about Vincenzo. We're talking about Vinny. We're talking about Vinny the Lip. You cannot predict days in advance what Vinny is going to do with an HOH. One does not do that, because Vince goes where the wind blows. Now, I said this before, and I'll say it again. Rachel Riley is playing checkers while everybody is playing chess. I said this exact thing yesterday. Don't be fooled into thinking that Vince trusts Rachel. Vince did not spare Rachel the block because he trusts Rachel. Vince spared Rachel because Rachel spent hella time working on Morgan, who was a super fan of the game and a super fan of hers. And she worked her way back into Morgan's good graces. And you know that when Morgan feels a strong way about something, she will fight for her life for that thing. And her number one, regardless of whether he puts her first or not, she puts Vinny as her number one, especially since Zach is not there. But even when Zach was there, she just liked Zach. Zach was not her number one in terms of gameplay. It was still Vinny. So Morgan has been going overtime to convince him of Rachel's protection. And this is the reason why I believe that he ended up putting Catherine on the block rather than Rachel, because he felt like there was a larger group of numbers that would have been against him. First of all, he didn't feel sure that he was going to be able to get Rachel out. He wasn't sure that he had the numbers to get Rachel out in the first place. And then, even if he did get her out, he wasn't sure that going forward, he would be protected going into the next HOH and then probably going into the double eviction. Personally, I'm cool with Rachel not being on the block, but that was a bad game move on Vince. Other than that, I'm hoping that Kelly is gone. I think that Kelly being gone is the most likely thing that's going to happen, unless Kelly wins the blockbuster. Kelly wins the blockbuster, obviously she's still here. If Kelly wins the blockbuster and it's Catherine, who's the other person on the block? Ava. Catherine versus Ava. I think Catherine definitely goes if it's Catherine versus Ava on the block. And let's see. If Catherine does some kind of miracle, she gets off the block. And then it's like Ava versus Kelly. Kelly also goes. Kelly goes if she's on the block. That's about it. Kelly's gone if she's on the block. If she's off the block, Catherine goes. I feel like it's very simple this week. Ava versus Catherine. Catherine goes. And Kelly versus anyone. Kelly goes. I think that's how it goes for me. I want you all to know I was here first but got interrupted by a text. Rachel should have known, not trusted. Peanuts for brain. Shout out to Milfman. Shout out to Milfman with the peanuts for brain reference. Peanuts for brain. I gotta make like a graphic for that. Peanuts for brain. Peanuts for brains. Because that's a staple of my channel also. Peanuts for brains. Hey, chocolate. Kelly is wrong for which is foul. What did Kelly say about Rachel? DR has this written all over. Why was who in the DR so long? Production interfered. Vince was in diary session for 2 hours. But I mean, what were they gonna tell him? You have to put Catherine in? I mean, I don't understand. Kelly's leaving on Thursday unless she wins the blockbuster. What's up with the you're not still upset about the work party last night where I got a gift, are you? Beefing. Chocolate and Cass are the new Mickey and Ashley. The new Mickey and Ashley. Probably about Rach being a bully for not wanting to hug her. Oh, and then taking her White Claw. I forgot to mention that. I did not when Jacob mentioned that on my live earlier. I didn't know what he was talking about, and I had a chance to catch up on that a little bit and see that Rachel took Kelly's White Claw so that she couldn't drink it. And she said that was just me being a petty ass bee. And I can't lie to y'all, I love that. I'm here for the petty. I'm petty sometimes. I'm really petty sometimes. It's not often because I've learned how to control myself, but I live vicariously through other people now. Like, occasionally when I get petty, people just don't like me because I don't do that very often. So they're just not used to me being petty and they feel strong feelings about that. So I kind of try to live through the pettiness of others. That's how I get by in life. Let's see. You'd be a fool if you didn't think production interfered. Kelly was crying because Rachel didn't want to hug her. Who cares? Vince out on his best performance. I know. We were just talking about that in Discord before I got on here. About Vince's crying, acting. I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing in Big Brother that I do in life. I always make the wrong decisions in life, and that's what's gotten me to where I am. I never do the right things, and I always make mistakes. And I'm like, bro, just grow a pair. Just grow a pair and be like, I put you on the block because nobody likes you. Okay. I'm not saying to do all that for real. That's just what I'm thinking in my head. But as a game player, I at least wish the man would be like, I decided to put you on the block. I took into consideration the things that you were telling me, and I talked to everybody in the house, and I didn't feel like I had the numbers to vote Rachel out. And you don't have to say who said they were working with who, but just say, with the people I spoke to, I got the impression that they were going to keep Rachel. That the majority was going to keep Rachel. Simple. Now, one thing I can say about him is that I know that he doesn't have a strong backbone. So, because he doesn't have a strong backbone, when someone comes to him and they're upset or they're crying or whatever, his main goal is just to get them to stop by any means necessary. Lie, cry. His favorite thing is like self-deprecating. By the way, did y'all see my post that I put up on YouTube about Vince's girlfriend not feeling his situationship with Morgan? I tend to feel like I've been saying all along that she wouldn't like that, and people have consistently been arguing that point with me. And there's something I always tend to say when it comes to the things that I say about this Big Brother game. I'm not always right. Not often wrong. That's the truth over the course of the last 4 seasons of coverage. Sometimes I'm wrong. if I had to put everything on paper and say, how many times have I been right and how many times have I been wrong, at least give it a good 80-20. My opinions are more accurate than a lot of people. And I just wait to see them play out. Even when people cooked me over that certain relationship from season 24, what ended up happening with that, right? They said I was hating on the black woman, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And all I was doing was making commentary. I was making an observation. It was just like, this is what I am seeing. And this is what I think is going to happen based on what I'm seeing. And then like a month or two later, when it happened exactly as I said, all those people just left. I'm still waiting for my public apology for that. I think I did post it in Discord, but I will, if I didn't, I meant to, but I'll post it again when I get off here. Vince's girlfriend did not tell him what he needed to do to win the money. Otherwise, she wouldn't be on social media calling him a cheater. Unless she just thought that she could handle what he was about to do and then realized that she bit off more than she could chew. That could be a possibility, but I don't know. I'd have to do some research. I want to actually see the post because I saw a repost of the post. So I want to see the original post, find that, and then, see what she said, what responses that she had, or if the original post is private, like what happens sometimes, I'll find a thing like maybe a Big Brother T that posts everything because I want to see it all. I don't know, someone going on Vincent Morgan. Yes, you can. Like every time I watch them, you can tell the difference between a warm, friendly embrace, like the embraces that Will gives to those ladies. You can tell the difference between one of those bear hugs versus like these little handsy hand in the middle of her back, stroking her up and down with his thumb. Those hugs are different, bruh. Like, I don't be hugging my friends like that. I don't be hugging my friends like that. Those hugs are a little extra. Those hugs have a little extra sauce to them, is what I'm trying to say. People say that they don't want you to actually do it. Maybe if one thing would help you in a tight spot. T just snuggled up for no reason. Like, they're having gameplay talks, and she'll be laying on his chest in bed with it, and he'll have his arm around her, stroking her back in the HOH bed. You don't need that for the game talk. That's not strengthening your position in the game. That's just personal enjoyment at that point. Nobody can, even the house guests in the house are saying this stuff. It's not just like we're out here talking about it and nobody else. Like, they're making reference to that. The house guests in the actual house, in there living with them 24 hours a day, that don't see "We'll be right back" screens, are saying similar things. So there's got to be some truth to that. Public apology for what? I just joined. What's her social media? I don't know, because I really work. I haven't even talked about what happened at work today, and let me tell you, there's an incident at work. Police had to be called. Someone got beat up. There was a lot that happened at work, so I did not have a chance to look at any Big Brother anything. I just really brushed up a little bit for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes before I got on this live, and watched a few clips just to get a general idea of the goings-ons so that I could go live, because I promised that I would give a live on Monday. And I did it outside because I was supposed to do my gym in the morning, and I was so tired I didn't wake up on time. So I'm 800, 900 steps away from my Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 6th straight day of reaching 10,000 steps. Woo! Before now, this whole entire calendar year, I have only reached 10,000 steps. Well, I don't know how many days total, but I mean, in terms of consecutive days, I have never done more than 3 days of consecutive 10,000 steps in 2025, which is insane to me. Because in 2024, I had so many days where it was like in an average month, I probably had 5 days of less than 10,000. And it wasn't 10,000 I was aiming for. I was getting like 20,000 steps a day. On a bad day, I was getting 10,000. And on a terrible day, I was getting like 8,000. So it became such a torturous struggle to get to 10,000. And so 6 days in a row is a big accomplishment. And tomorrow I'm going for 7. Tomorrow is going to be my 7th day in a row. 10,000 steps. The only thing that will stop me from 10,000 is an intentional rest day or like an emergency or an injury. That's really it. I really want Vince and Mickey. Vince and Mickey? Oh, you keep saying Mickey and meaning to say Morgan. Because I was like, if Vince and Mickey hooked up, this would be one of the most shocking things I've ever seen in my life. Vince and Morgan. Please start calling her Morgan, Cass. Please stop calling her Mickey. I could see Vince and his girlfriend breaking up. I could see them dating after the show. The long ass hugs and back rubs. Yes. Those extra back rubs with the thumb thing that he likes to do. He likes to do this thing where he strokes his thumb up and down in her mid back. Vince has been with his girlfriend for 7 years but still hasn't proposed. He ain't got no job to buy a ring. He better hope that he wins for all this, so at least he can convince her to stay with the bag. Mickey took herself off. Catherine is up. Vince and Keanu fought on the live feeds. Yeah, we know. My big sister had a crazy situation happen at work too with cops involved. Oh, really? I would have cursed Keanu out. He tried to punk Vince. He did. But he tried to punk Vince. He also tried to punk Rachel. He tried to punk Rachel too. But she's tougher than Vince. So I was surprised that she didn't snap back. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. I got distracted from my direction, my sense of direction is always off when I get on this live. But that's okay. That means when I get home, I'm probably gonna have like 15, 16,000 steps again, like I did yesterday. And I would rather have too many than too little. I think I'm almost at 10 already. Yeah, I'm like 300 away from 10,000. But I'm gonna be well over 10,000 again. Please like, subscribe, and set the notification bell, because the math ain't mathin', okay? Thanks, Tammy. It's gotta be the moon phase. I meant Morgan. I know you meant Morgan. Have you all seen Keanu's girlfriend? Yes. This cute blonde girl is his girlfriend. If he's anything like how he is in the house, boy, I feel bad for her. Oh man. I hope he's one of those people that's nothing like what you see in the house. I really, really strongly do. I want to tell you the best career path, girl, because it's 100% that this is the thing that you must do in order to succeed in life. There's a 0% chance of you succeeding doing anything else. So this is what we're going to do for the next 15 years of our lives. You're going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And it's a 100% chance from there that you and I are going to end up here. But if you do this, then there's a 0% chance of you succeeding. He likes to talk in absolutes. My guy likes to talk in absolutes. What I mean by he likes to talk in absolutes, he likes to talk as if there's only one way. 4 plus 5 equals 9. And that's the only way that you can get to 9. 4 plus 5. 1 plus 8 doesn't get you there. 2 plus 7, 3 plus 6, 0 plus 9. All those other math equations are invalid, except for the one that I'm telling you is the thing that gets you to that number. I didn't know he liked anything other than eggs and weights. I'm pretty sure that he loves himself more than he loves his girl. That would be my guess. I feel like he is his first and number one love, no matter who's around him. That's what I feel. Mickey hid out in the HOH room because Keanu was waiting in the dining area. He pretended to go to bed. Then when he heard her come down, he went up. He wanted to be the last person in her ear. Why did he want to be in Mickey's ear? I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have been mad if people tried to be talking to me late at night about who to put in the veto ceremony. I'd be trying to get some... Oh, I think that should say I would be mad. I think that's what you were saying, right? Congratulations. 10,000 steps for 4 consecutive days. And it's only 4 days because my phone died and my watch died. And I couldn't find my charger. Thank you. So, I'm jumping off for a quick second again. 1 second. Oh, okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. I have gotten all flipped around and turned around and disoriented. But like I said, I'm not complaining because I'd rather walk too much than too little. And I'm going to have a very good amount of steps. And I have lofty goals to reach by my birthday in terms of weight loss. So the only way that I can get there is by doing a lot to get there. A lot more activity, a lot better meal prepping, more sleep, better stress management. All right. Like, people have ample times to tell me these people talk too much, right? To me, they talk way too much, day and night. It's just like a Morgan, for an example. I don't need 8 discussions with her a day over the same stuff. Like, I understand revisiting a conversation 2 or 3 times, but this is what I would want to tell her if she was one of my numbers or one of my people that's in my corner. I would be like, all right, let's have a conversation. You and I talk it out, and we go through all those different scenarios. Then from there, you go around, you do your work to talk to everybody else, and then we reconvene in the evening before bed. And from there, we discuss everything that you gathered up from there. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and have 867 conversations with you per day. That would drive me nuts. I have limited patience for that. I have so much capacity to listen to people, but not when they're bringing me the same stuff. I would be like, yo, at a certain point, let's say I'm the HOH and she comes to on my bed and like lays on my bed, on my HOH bed with those M&Ms. I would pick up the M&Ms and just eat them and be like, conversation is over. I'd be like, give me those M&Ms. I would eat the red one. What's the other one? The red one and the green one. I would eat those ones first. I would eat the ones that talk in the commercials first. And then I would eat up all the rest of them. And then I would be like, now there's no M&Ms. Get off my bed. I censored what I was really going to say. Good evening, Jacqueline. Better late than never. Did you see Vince complaining about Keanu getting into his... He got into his HOH bed? Bruh. Keanu. Keanu would be a hard man to live with. I mean, I feel like several of them would be hard to live with, but Keanu would be up there. Keanu would be up there to me in terms of hard people to live with. And I'm sure that when they all get out of the house, that is what they're going to say. Yes, after 4 a.m. Vinny is a weak man, and thought going on the show would help him break the mold. I don't know what he thought. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know anything about that man. Okay, now I'm back on track, y'all. I really walked in the complete wrong direction for a mile. Now I'm walking a mile back to my house. But good news for y'all is that you get bonus time with me because my live was going off. As soon as I got back to my destination, I was going to turn this live right off. So there's going to be an extra 20 minutes or so. And the good news for me is that I'm going to get an extra few thousand steps that I wasn't going to get before. I'm over 10,000 now, and I still have another 20 minutes to walk. Keanu dressed Vinny down in the exercise room. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Keanu got into the bed and under the... Was he invited into the bed? Or did he just decide, like, I'm the man, so I'm going under your covers? Because that's weird, bro. Mickey stayed in the HOH room on purpose to keep Keanu out. What is wrong with this man? What is wrong with this man? Something's wrong with him. Something is wrong with him. Dog. I know a lot of them are going to be so hyped when they're able to get him out of the house. It's going to be hard, but I think that they need to take their shot at Keanu during the double eviction, and they need to do it in modern day backdoor style. Yes, it's not a traditional backdoor where one person goes down and one person goes up, but don't put him up. Get somebody to agree to be a pawn, because somebody has to be a pawn. Get someone to agree to be a pawn. And then have everybody agree that when whoever comes down, Keanu goes up. Keanu goes home. Because if there's one thing, everybody's so scared of Keanu, right? But if there's one thing that sticks in my mind for some reason so much from season 24, I remember this conversation that Turner and Monty had the week before the double eviction. And Turner was like, God, we can't beat this dude. Like, it was some week where they tried to get him out again and he won another POV. And Turner was like, yo, this dude Michael is good at everything. We can never get him out because he never loses. And Monty was like, it only takes one loss, bro. And he's bound to lose at something. He was like, it only takes one loss. He doesn't have to lose 15 times, 20 times. He only has to lose one time. And then we put him up and then we get him out. And I mean, it seemed like that thing that he lost was kind of rigged, or that thing that he was harnessed into. I've heard that it didn't work, right? But yeah, he lost is the point, and they got him out swiftly. And then he drove the bus over Brittany on his way out and created one of the best eviction night moments of all time. And it was so unexpected from him, because he was trying to play this nice guy for the rest of the seat for before that. Whatever week double is, I didn't say next week, but I said whatever week the double is. I can't wait for Keanu and Mickey to see how much the house, especially the ones they defend, has said about him. Yeah, well, I said this. Mickey is going to be really hurt. I don't know how hurt Keanu is going to be. I think, I mean, I'm not saying the man doesn't have feelings, but I think Mickey is going to be genuinely hurt. And I think that Keanu is going to be more surprised than anything. That's how I tend to feel. Well, nobody wants to be a pawn, but you have no choice. When somebody tells you, hey, you're the pawn, what can you do? Three people in this modern day Big Brother, 3 people have to be nominated. So it just is what it is. Yeah, I'm still on. I probably got another 10 minutes from here. That's not to say that I won't come back later, but I will not make guarantees that I'm going to come back later. I'll just say it's a possibility for me to come back later. You already know my thoughts about Kelly. Asking my thoughts about Kelly, maybe ask the chat's thoughts about Kelly, because I'm not repeating my thoughts about Kelly anymore. Y'all know what I think of her gameplay. No social game whatsoever. She's won some comps. She's still here because she won some comps. Like, honestly, she's not far above Keanu. She's just ruffled less feathers than him. But they're kind of similar. They're just comp people only, literally. Mickey, Kelly needs to go. Kelly is gonna go unless she wins the blockbuster. Kelly's only chance of staying in the game is winning the blockbuster. In my humble opinion. Which, I mean, she's going against Ava and Catherine, so she has a decent chance of winning the blockbuster. Hey, we got a lady going home. I just thought of that. The lady to man ratio was, what was it? How many do we have left? 11? Is it 8 to 8? Is it 8 ladies and 3 men? Is that the ratio we got going on right now? I know it's 3 men. I know the ladies that we got are Mickey, Morgan, Ava, Rachel, Catherine, Kelly, who's the other 2 that I'm missing? Morgan. Oh, did I say Morgan? Yes, I did. Let me start that again. Rachel, Morgan, Mickey, Kelly, Ava, who am I missing? Catherine, that's 6. Who's the other 2? Catherine. I'm missing 2 ladies and I can't think of the names. The other 2 are slipping my mind for some reason. I don't know. I'm fine with either. Yeah, I'm fine with Catherine or Kelly going as well. I don't care for either of them. I have no interest in either of them. So, Catherine can go. Kelly can go. The only person that I want to stay that's on the block right now is Ava. And in my opinion, Ava stays against either lady. I think Ava has the votes to stay against either of those 2 ladies. So I don't think that I'm worried about Ava going home. So I'm pleased with the outcome of this week. And either way. Oh, Ashley. How did I forget Ashley? Hi, Ashley, by the way. Thanks for reminding me about Ashley. I don't know why I forgot Ashley. That's 7. There's one other lady that I can't. That's not coming to my mind. All right, let's do this again. Rachel, Kelly, Catherine, Ava, Ashley, Morgan, Mickey, Lauren. I just cracked up so bad that I forgot Lauren, because Lauren would be the one that I forget. Yo, Lauren, I'm telling you, 10 seconds after finale night, I'm not even gonna remember Lauren's name. Like, being honest, man. I forget Lauren once a night. And I'd be forgetting Kelly too, honestly. I've never forgotten somebody who has that many comp wins. Like, for a comp person, she's rather forgettable as well. Actually, like Lauren and Morgan have wins under their belt. Lauren and Kelly have wins under their belt. And they're still forgettable to me, especially Lauren. I'm so glad that you said that, Chocolate, because I don't even remember Kelly, and she's on the block. And I've said her multiple times in this live, and I still forgot her again. And Lauren, I just wasn't going to remember unless somebody said her name. So thank you, Chocolate, for that. Lauren is a floater. Lauren, I don't even see Lauren as a floater. Lauren is acting like this is high school. She gravitated towards her couple of friends, and she's like, I'm just riding with these friends to the end, even if those friends are in the minority. Like, you claim to be a super fan. So if you know something about the game, you should know that even if you don't like the people on the other side, you still have to hold conversations with them and convince them of why they should work with you and mingle up and get into alliances with them, even if they're not real. Like, layer yourself up. She just latched on to Vince, and that was the end of the game for her. It's like, and then it's like the guy isn't even listening to you. You're saving him every chance you get, and he's not even listening to your opinions about who you want up and who you want out. He's placating you. He's only in the game. Listen, Lauren is the Matt to Vinny's Jag. That's what's happening right now. Lauren is Matt, Vinny is Jag. That's what it is. And I feel like he would cut her. I highly disagree about Ava being forgettable. I don't agree with that at all. Ava is one of the most interesting and unique players I've seen on Big Brother in a long time. I like Ava. And she's hella funny. And she marches to the beat of her own drum. That's what I especially like about her. Like, she's not a pack mentality type of person that goes with the pack or whatever, you know. Like, she does what she feels is the best thing to do. She does what she feels is the right thing to do. A lot of players are floaters. A lot? Who do I think is a floater? I don't think there's a lot of floaters. Because to me, floaters means they're in the middle of the ocean just floating around and going with the currents. And I don't think that they are floaters. I just think that this group is collectively scared to make decisions. I think that's what it is. A floater is somebody with no game plan, that is just kind of like go with the flow type of player. That's what I think of when I think of a floater. When you listen to these people have game discussions, they do have ideas of where they want the game to go, They are just scared to be the one to take the shot. That's what I think is happening. I can't. The stupid faces Ava makes. I mean, that's her face, bro. Top 3 to win. I'm Team Rachel, but I don't know. I think that Vince is in a half decent position. I think that Will is in a great position. I think that Ashley's in a decent position. But this game is so unstrategic that I'm not big on making predictions. Like last year at this time, if you asked me who do I think is going to win the season, I said Chelsea, because the type of game that Chelsea is playing, or was playing, I mean, seemed like a cut above the rest, to where I could be like, this is who I predict is going to win. If Rachel is playing the exact same game she's playing right now, and she hadn't played twice before, I would say Rachel is a shoo-in to win this game. But I still think that she could go very far, and then they could clip her at the end, because I feel like that's everybody's plan. I feel like they're literally like, get her to like 5 or 4 and then get her at that point, because we just don't want to see her win this game again. Everyone comes to Will. Watch out and he'll end up final 2. I think he will end up final 2. I mean, I shouldn't say I think he will. I'll just say I think he has a very good shot at ending up in final 2, based on the fact that he's so in the middle, but they're not considering him flip-floppy. They're just like, we all trust him. And it's interesting because that's what he wanted when he was speaking about, how many steps do I got? When he was speaking about how he wants to be viewed in the house, he said he doesn't want to be like the Mama Fee, or like the player that people think is the dad or whatever. He said he would rather the cool uncle. And I feel like after a rocky first few weeks where he looked like he was going to be that older person that they keep putting on the block, he has now fallen into that role. Amazing. Be honest, how many house guests minus Rachel will you remember? I don't know, but I generally like this cast. As a whole, I like this cast better than last season's cast. Last season, we're past halfway. And I think past the halfway point in season 26, I was really bored.
Sarah.
And I'm not bored yet. This cast has not made me bored yet, and we're more than halfway. So I like them so far. I mean, I like them. I like the cast. Now, if we're gonna talk Big Brother history, I'll say the same thing that I said last year. Every year, there's not going to be more than maybe 2 to 3 players at the maximum that are going to be like super memorable players down the line. If you get 3, then you had an amazing season, right? In the early seasons, yes, we had multiple players per season that were historical players, whether they won or not. But in like this modern day era, we don't really get that. We're not really getting those classic players anymore. So I can't say who I'm really going to be strongly remembering in 5 years from this cast. I'll be truthful. Not that matters. I don't respect Jag as a player. I mean, Jag got voted out of the game. And then he came back into the game. He piggybacked off of Cameron. And then he used Matt to get to the end. Ed, I wish Ed was here, because Ed is his defense lawyer. And Ed made me respect his game a little bit. But if I'm ranking him in terms of all-time wins, he's not at the top of the ladder for me. Who's a Turner to you? Oh, Ava? I like Turner. That's the funny thing. I like Turner as well. I'm not saying Turner is a classic Big Brother player, but he's somebody that I remember. He's like a cool guy. I think floaters get a bad rap here. Nothing wrong with being a floater. Because in season 2, Dr. Will was a floater. Chocolate, you get bonus points for the Joseph reference for Milfman. Anytime Milfman is here, y'all gotta remind him that his favorite player of all time didn't win anything. Not one comp, not one veto. Got out halfway through the season, and yet Milfman loves Joseph. Everyone else, all the other people who have stats like that are houseplants to him, except for Joseph. Don't get him started. He'll tell you about, oh, without the split house twist, Joseph was going to be the winner and not Taylor. My top three are Rachel, Vince. Vince does have horrible jury management. I love Dr. Will, but he was a floater. BB2. Almost every final 3 has at least one floater. Anything is better than season 25. Yeah, I'll remember Mickey and Ashley. Keanu's a character. Real 20 Jag was like COVID, took away so much time. Would have liked to see this season without I would have been bored as hell without Rachel. Oh my goodness. Rachel saved the season to me. You know, to each their own, but Rachel saved the season in my opinion. Jag fell into his win with his final speech. Vince is probably the only one. A coach season? Who could Vince coach, sir? I wouldn't want Vince to coach me in anything. Vince couldn't coach me out of a paper bag. Kidding me? Oh, I'm at my destination, y'all. My feet hurt. I've been walking for the last hour and my feet hurt. What are we, 13,000 steps? I thought it was going to be a little more than that, but it's cool. 10 was the goal. 13 is more like 10. It's funny because Paul ruined BB19, but bringing in Rachel saves BB27. Vince sounded like he got coached by Nicole F. I can't. Yeah, the crying. Cass, does Cam like Vince? Because I've been missing. Cam comes in Discord sporadically, so I don't know who Cam likes aside from Keanu. So I don't know if he likes Vince, but Vince is his style of person. Need better art support, and it's not actually the art support. It's the fact that I came from work, and I usually put my sneakers in the car. But I forgot to put my sneakers in the car today, so I ended up wearing my work shoes, and I was just determined to walk instead of going home first. So I made the sacrifice to walk in my work shoes. I need to figure that out. Wrong shoes. I want to pin that comment from Chocolate, actually. I can't find it all of a sudden. Super fans always end up being the worst players. Yeah, that happens a lot. There we go. I had to pin Chocolate's comment. All right, I'm off of this thing in the next 5 minutes. Not only did I walk in them, I walked 13,000 steps in these shoes today. 13,000. That's amazing that I walked 13,000 steps in these shoes. Yeah. I was hoping it was actually my comment you wanted to pin and just got the name wrong. I don't know what comment are you talking about? I wanted to pin that comment from Milfman. Alright, y'all, I think I'm heading off, but I'm going to be watching the feeds. If anything noteworthy happens that I think warrants, hopping back on, I will hop back on. But for now, good chat. It's a good chat. I enjoyed it. Thanks for helping me with my walk today. Chocolate got the boss attention today. Please make sure to like, comment, and wait, hold on. Welcome to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective. What's up? This is Mimi from BB25. You are now tuned into Mindful Reality with Mark. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because the math ain't mathin', okay?